Welcome back, LEGO fans. It's Nomad, your one-stop channel for all things custom LEGO. If you're new here, don't forget to sub and join our community of builders. Today, I'm going to be sharing how to decal a LEGO Grunt Heavy with a classic Phase 1 helmet from 2005 Star Wars sets. I've already got my decal pre-cut today, and to make it more special, I'm using an AV Figures Grunt add-on sheet, and some spare bits from my past projects here on the channel. We can go ahead and grab a few things like tweezers and some water. I also use microsol and microset. I'm using microsol first to soften the decal, but as soon as we place it on, it'll be able to wrap around the helmet a lot smoother. And we can poke it gently with your tweezers to get the mouth just right and straight on with the cutout visor, and the rest of the helmet will fall into place much easier. We'll move on to the cheeks and repeat this process for the rest of the helmet. They will need to be identical like a mirror, but you already know that from my other videos, decaling clones. We'll need these to be precise and accurate. That way, when you look at it from either side, it'll just look perfect. Once it's in place, I'll use microset to give it a better strength to the decal as it dries, and we push out the water and air from underneath the decal, so it'll be a lot smoother onto the LEGO. Something cool if you're interested, I can actually see about making some custom droid decal tutorials. I've got tons of parts that need cleaned and scrubbed clean, so why not turn them into customs? We're already making clone customs, why don't we make our droids just that much better and try and deck them out with some better looking details? I think it'd be a lot of fun, and if you think it would be interesting to see, go ahead and drop it in the comments too. I'd love to know if you'd like to see something like that. Let's get back to decaling this champion of the Republic Army's front lines to try and place in this forehead band. We're going to try and push it down right onto the lip of the helmet, but try and leave a little white strip between the cutout visor to give it a little bit more detail and accuracy to the films. You'll want to take your tweezers, or if you're like me, a soft edge pick to press down the edges of the black around the lip. The makeup sponge will make it smoother once the air and water has been pushed out, but this will help it form a little better before we try and use the sponge. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to give a like and subscribe. It helps a lot, and if you have any questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Once the forehead is in place, now we have a grunt helmet. Now let's get into the fun part and make this a heavy. The metal plates are metal blast pads for the heavy helmet to take a few more hits and protect the clone trooper's head from any projectile blasts from any droids that's trying to charge the front lines, or whenever they are trying to defend their brothers when they are trying to fall back or set a nasty trap for them pesky droids. But once we have the head plates in place, you can stop and have an official LEGO minifigure look, but I'm going to go on and add the figure's full wrap. I've been taking it on to myself to decal a lot of the different grunts and special clones that we don't get through LEGO, and that we see throughout all the Clone Wars series, movies, and games. It makes your army feel that much better, especially having a heavy that actually looks like a heavy, or a droid that actually looks like a commander droid. That's the cool thing with decaling, is you can make anything you want. I recommend pressing the decal the same way as the black forehead band to get it to form better into those grooves, and try and make a helmet look a little bit more like it was printed on. So I thought this was perfect time to try and showcase stuff that you can make with add-on sheets and showcase that spare bits really do come in handy. The only extra accessories that I have that is different is I have a clone ARC Commander Lieutenant, and I failed to make him when I was trying to make Fordo, and I thought it fit pretty good with the Heavy's aesthetic of gray, and we will have to drill some holes, that way our custom visor can fit. I do think it adds that much level of detail to go through and actually drill the holes out. I think this is a better option, but if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. This is something that is completely optional and up to you if you want to. Going forward with the channel, I have actually got some exciting news. I've been going through and sorting out a lot of my Legos, and if you follow my shorts, you'll have seen that I have a lot of things going on the side. And that's why it's also cool to subscribe, because you can also see other things I'm doing on more of a daily basis. As far as going through and decaling the body, it is pretty straightforward as laying it down, getting it straight, and pressing it in with your sponge. I am missing the leg portion, but I am planning on trying to do a series of shorts that I can direct you to. That way you can see how any portion is made, and hopefully that'll make up for any lost footage here out in the future. The arms are a little different from my last video. I am actually using both of the AV full wrap pieces, but I had cut the shoulder pad so it didn't have the full black wrap. I actually wanted a little just black line there to just kind of cut it from the arm to just make it feel a little bit more Lego. And whenever you're going through and spraying down all of your figures, I have found out I actually prefer Rust-Oleum's UV protection spray. It makes your figures just that much tougher against anything. As far as the visor goes, if you want to add a little bit of extra punch, you can go and actually paint on with some Citadel paint to give it that little extra color. For me, I wanted to try and do black, so I bought an extra visor from AV Figures, I painted it black, and this is what the result is. As far as accessories, you can put anything you want with this clone. I personally like having a backpack that came from Clone Army Customs for the Galactic Marines. And I think I might try and even go through and decal it, maybe make a decaling tutorial on backpacks and accessories for LEGO. Let me know if you do want to see that. And that's how you decal a LEGO Grunt Heavy with a classic Phase 1 helmet. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you did, share it with your friends. And remember, the fun in decaling is making your own thing. So, stay creating, and see you next time from Plastic Nomad.